What is up, ladies and gentlemen? We are here with the Definitive Shearling Interview. Members of Sprain, which, as we know, is this incredibly influential, important, um, I think heartbreakingly sad and just powerful band, breaking off with the Lamb as effigy, which is this insane piece of art. And so, leaving us on that high note, coming back as this band, releasing Motherfucker, I Am Both Amen and Hallelujah, which is what, like a hour and something long track, which is just like holy shit, Sonic, incredible. So I'm so glad that we could get them on this and to do this insane interview at midnight for my time, 9 p.m. for their time. So let's just do some introductions, if you will.
Who's gonna start?
Ooh.
Me?
Yeah,
I got
you do it.
Yeah,
I'm,
you.
I'm Andrew. I played the drums, a little bit of percussion, do some computer. Not in this band, but maybe soon.
Ooh.
My role is yeah, I guess drums. And,
I'm Wes. I play bass. um, I'm Ellie. I play keyboard and sampler and guitar.
I'm Sylvie. I play guitar and samplers and other things.
Can't tell if
I'm
Alex is
Alex.
there. Oh,
I play guitar and I sing.
beautiful. Yeah. Again, thank you guys so much for joining me. I think the first thing I'd like to discuss is the concept of having all the tracks on one continuous like single. It's freaking Spotify out because Spotify doesn't even like count it as an album, they count it as a single, which I think is pretty funny. But if someone wants to discuss the idea of that, and then also I read that this is a sister album to another unnamed unknown album. So wondering if the rumors are true that we're getting a follow up to this like insanity. So whoever would like to answer.
As far as the single versus album thing goes, that was kind of up to the distributors. Um, I guess it's both, but that kind of classification is kind of mostly up to streaming platform. And kind of the only way that we kind of had to trick the distribution platform that we used in order to let us upload such a long song. It was a bit of a battle. Um, as far as the second record, yeah, there's definitely more stuff on the way. And conceptually, the exact ties or sequence of events isn't necessarily certain yet, but definitely more coming. I
Oh,
don't know
that's
what
so
else to
exciting.
say right now.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, it's kind of hard. Well, it's like it's out for, I guess as of now, 2 days. So I think that's so exciting. The best part of this track, this dope smoke or whatever you want to call it, right, is the variety, in my opinion, and the attack. I think that the vocal, like Alex, your vocals are psycho, the best they've ever been at. I think the drums are on point. I think everyone's at the top of their game. I think the guitars are insane. I think there's some synthesizer parts in there, computer parts that I heard that are beautiful, almost Swans-esque with their new album coming out. What influences did you guys have when creating this? Kind of a like boring question, but I have to ask it.
I don't think that's a boring question. I mean, I think we're all huge music nerds and like talking about music. I don't know. I think we all like a lot of different stuff. Wes and I come like from more jazz stuff, and like a lot of us are really into electronic music and kind of like new classical, like NU classical music. I don't know. I'll think
Yeah,
of
a lot of like improvised groups. long form music, kind of some ambient organ musics. Um, yeah, I mean, a lot of us come from like different musical backgrounds, but have similar tastes. It's a big 5-part Venn diagram. Um, I don't think there was like a specific influence that was like the deciding factor in how the record was going to sound. You
Mhm.
know,
Well,
you just listen to a bunch of things and it becomes sublimated and you make something up.
I just ordered some Tom Kha soup from a
Nice.
local Thai restaurant, but
That's
it came
awesome.
and I got chicken with it, but um but yeah, I just ate a whole portion of it and there's no chicken at all.
Oh shoot.
Sucks.
Yeah, it's like, oh man, like
Dude, also
I'm
don't
not gonna
forget about
complain or anything, but
We have three
I wish
minutes.
I had it.
3 minutes and you get the water out of the fridge, your sparkling water.
Yeah, don't forget
Oh,
about your
yeah. Oh,
sparkling
that's right.
water.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
This is so good.
I'm always listening to Milford Graves. That's my
Ooh.
Milford Graves. Check out Milford Graves. You know Milford Graves.
Sure. And Sylvie, I'm so glad you brought up that ambient stuff. I think you and me are like right in that headspace. I recommend to everyone here Lossil with his insane, beautiful, tragic synthesizer ambient stuff out, and then Walt McClements. They're both on Cranky, which is the best ambient record ever, or record label ever. And Walt McClements is an accordion player who makes
Well,
ambient music with their accordion, and it's mind blowing.
That's
I
awesome.
love
So,
reed instruments.
is it
Reed
cranky
instruments are the best.
with a C or a K?
It's cranky with a K, right?
yeah, there you go.
What was the first one?
Oh,
Yeah, can you
Lost
put them in
Hill.
the chat?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Drop it in the chat.
All right, well, I realized that when I was pouring the soup, the chicken had just sunk to the bottom. So I actually got it.
Good news.
yeah.
I'm glad to
You should get
hear.
a refund.
I'm quite stoked. Yeah, it's quite good.
What would you rate it? Let's do a mukbang right now. 1 to 10.
Oh, 10 out of
Oh
10.
yeah.
Wow.
It's a high rating. It's good.
Must be
He
some
only
really good
gives
Tom
the
Kha.
highest rating or the lowest rating to things.
Well, me and Sylvie we went out with a couple of our friends, maybe like about a month ago or so, and I had Tom Kha for the first time, and immediately I was like, wow, this is the best soup I've ever had. So I've been obsessed with it ever since.
I don't think I've ever had Tom Kha. I see it
Oh,
on
you're
I
missing
see it
out.
on restaurant. Yeah, I know. I'm too scared.
Hmm?
No,
Which
it's coconuts. Good.
Really
It's
good.
good.
You'd really like it, I think.
sure, yeah, I've been
Yeah.
into honestly, I'm just into really like trashy American Asian cuisine where there's no way it's authentic, but it just tastes really good. Like lo mein or fried rice or just stuff that I
Oh
know
yeah,
is like
we
extremely
like that too.
Americanized. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's pretty
we like that
great.
too. We like all sorts of food.
What's your favorite food other than I guess Tom Kha's like Chinese, right?
My favorite dish is uh like vermicelli noodle bowls, like Vietnamese bún. That's my favorite dish in the whole world.
Well,
I think it's the most refreshing, best dish. It makes you feel good, and it tastes good too.
I'm actually gonna like rebuttal you there. In
Uh,
my opinion, the most refreshing and incredible food in the world is also Vietnamese, but it's a banh mi.
Well,
Um,
that's one of my favorite sandwich
we had the
probably.
craziest banh mi in San
Yeah.
Francisco the other day.
Yeah, we
yeah,
had like what was it, like roasted duck banh mi a couple days
yeah,
ago?
yeah.
That
Oh,
was
oh,
really.
So
the
good.
timer is
Oh, dude, you
going.
gotta
Take your sparkling
grab
water
your
out.
of the
sparkling
water.
water. Hurry up.
Oh, I just checked it and it's not cold yet. So let's
Okay,
Uh-oh.
add another three
do
minutes.
another 5 or 10 minutes.
All right, I'll put another 10 on there.
Yeah, it was one of the best
Thank
banh
you.
mi's I've ever had.
Yeah, well, actually, when you guys come to Atlanta, there's a place called Lee's Bakery. It is like actually a bakery, and it is the best banh mi's ever. No contention in the universe.
Wow.
So I think you need to come down here and just try it out because I was like not expecting it to be that good. It's $5 a sandwich. The bread's made in house. It's just classic, and it's incredible. It's actually like mind blowing how good it is. Kind of
Yeah,
like this album.
that sounds really, really good. What's your
Please.
favorite food?
My favorite food?
Yeah.
Ah, shit. Honestly, I really I really like casseroles. I really like steak.
It's a
I really
crazy.
like campfire food. Anything you can make on a campfire. My favorite dessert will always be peach cobbler because I have such warm memories. Oh shit.
Can't, can't make a casserole on a campfire.
Oh, you can try, and it's so good. So Sylvie, tell me about this Reuben I'm seeing right now. Is that a Reuben?
Oh yeah,
Dude,
the pastramator.
Sylvie, she makes sandwiches really good.
Yeah.
I make a mean
Very good
sandwich. I tell you
sandwiches.
what.
It's their job.
I think I need to try one of these famous or legendary sandwiches then. The
Yeah,
Yeah, come through.
Sylvie makes really good sandwiches.
That sounds so good right now at midnight. I'm very parched as well. I could eat a horse, but I'm
Would
glad you
you?
got that.
Would you actually eat a horse? If someone offered you a plate of horse,
Yeah, don't they
would
eat
you
it in
try
like
it?
Asian or in like Kazakhstan and stuff? Like I would
I don't
totally have
know.
a bite. I
Okay,
don't know how
I would
ethical
try
that
it.
is, but would you try a horse?
Yeah, I'd try a horse.
What about you, Alex? Would you try a horse?
Um, yeah, I think I would try. I mean, like a lot of people want to posture as though eating A, B, or C uncommon physical entity is less moral than eating chicken, cow, pig, or the more commonly industrially um, domesticated animals. So I think that if I was given it to me by culture that I'm not from, I would certainly eat it. Um, so as to not offend and disrespect that culture. On a regular basis, I don't think I would eat things of that sort because uh, it's just not available in the culture that I'm in. But I don't think that that is any less ethical or wrong than consuming the livestock like pigs or cows that we eat now. And that's coming from someone who eats those creatures. I'm not like a vegetarian or anything.
That's
Does
a
that make
great point on
sense?
it.
Yeah.
Totally. I think agribusiness with the whole I'm doing AP Human, right? So I got all the words in my head, but like the not subsist the non-subsistence farming and the crowding of animals, trying to get as many animals into the little space as possible is kind of just really shitty. And it's also horrible for the health of the animals. And that's why you'll see at many big box stores, sometimes you'll see food that's just spoiled or food that has pus in it. And it's because they really just don't care, which is tragic. I think that's so much worse than, like you said, respecting a culture and just doing that. But great pipeline, because as Sylvie, I noticed that you saw, you know, horse on the album cover, the lamb as effigy. I know an old sprain piece of merch was the ox killing the butcher. These themes of animals and of horses are something that we see reappearing in all these projects. And I was wondering all of you guys' opinions on it and maybe how it relates to the themes of sexuality on this project specifically.
Should I start? I think there's something innately relatable or commonly understood about animals that are make them a great writing tool. Um, Also, we just really love animals. Although we also, I think basically all of us are carnivorous, except for Andrew. But I know Andrew really loves animals, even though they don't eat them. We'll forgive you.
Anyone else got thoughts on this?
Well, in some of the like literature that we're inspired by, animals will constitute a role, like maybe anthropomorphic or uh, personified role that can, like, we like to use in a symbolic way. And I feel like this has kind of been prevalent in my life as I was raised Catholic, and a lot of animal symbolism has been used in sacred text that I was raised on. So I think that just inevitably it infected the writing process for uh, the other works we did.
Alex,
Also, I really admire the lyrics of this guy. His name is Aaron Weiss, and the band is called Me Without You. And he does a lot of similar stuff, like animal-based symbolism and kind of like Judeo-Christian or Islamic kind of based. Uh, he kind of derives like lyrics from that and from the poet Rumi. And so I think his writing is really, really good, super underrated, and he definitely does a lot of like animal stuff, so to say. So I was really inspired by that when I was growing up, and continue to be.
Alex, didn't you grow up on a farm also?
I mean, I grew up like with like it's not like a commercial farm. Like we weren't making money off of the animals, but I grew up taking care of animals, horses, cows, chickens, um, large scale fish tanks, hatcheries and whatnot. So yeah, I was like always surrounded with I guess like not just animals, but um like domesticated livestock. Like that's I don't know, just like imagery and stuff I'm interested in that I chose to interpolate into some of the lyrics that we write.
Do you think that was a positive or negative experience growing up?
Well, totally positive. I mean, there's challenging things about it, like it's a lot of work, and I mean, I didn't really have a say in some of the ranch animals that ended up being slaughtered, and I think that I had developed an attachment to them. But it's kind of hypocritical to develop an attachment to the ones that I was around while I'm, you know, still consuming beef and other domesticated livestock flesh. So I can't really like, like condemn the morality of my father, whoever, was in charge of like choosing which of our animals would get slaughtered and whatnot. But I think that like closeness and then immediate like removal of that like stimuli in my life was certainly like inspirational. Or I don't know, like it's just like a good image to use in music. Like I don't think a lot of people are doing it too, so it becomes it's like a good like bedrock to sing about horses and cows, lambs, chickens, cockapos.
Mm. Andrew, thank you for pointing that out because that is like well needed lore right there. And Sylvie, I think we have another
Oh,
beautiful image if you'd like to
timer
explain
went
it.
off again. Alex, you gotta take your
The
water.
water is definitely blown up. This is a secretary bird. It's an excellent bird. Great bird.
Well, I kind of want to see if the sparkling water exploded or not.
No, I got it.
Oh,
Oh,
shoot!
Yeah.
It
Oh,
lives.
that looks refreshing.
Living on the edge.
I think it could be a little colder.
it
Odd
definitely
one.
could have been, but I don't know. You guys made me feel so bad about leaving it in there.
Did put it in for like another hour.
Going down longer.
No, no, no.
You're gonna see the remains.
Fill it back up.
One time, me and Rachel put like a whole 6-pack of beer in the freezer, and then just immediately fell asleep in the middle of the night. I just heard, like this crazy sound, and I was like, "Oh fuck!" Breaking into the house, and I didn't realize what it was until about a week later, and I opened up the freezer, and the freezer was just full of like this, like I don't know, like
No.
amorphous like shape of frozen beer.
Dude, you know the trick is you put a wet paper towel on it, and then you put it in the freezer for like 10 minutes.
It doesn't explode.
Well, it just makes it colder faster, so.
Oh shit! Well, why didn't you tell me that earlier? I already opened it up and it's not that cold.
We're learning new things every single day here.
All right.
Okay, well, I love the I love the discourse on all that, and I think that the highlight of this interview so far has been these weird little relatable experiences and just moments in time that we keep trying to go back to. Do you think that kind of influenced the record in this peculiar way, more to the relatability of the animals and the farms and that those kind of themes, maybe talking about these common experiences through the lyrics or maybe through the instrumentation, if you just want to try to explore that concept?
Sorry, do you think you could rephrase the question?
Yeah. We've been talking about what like soup and exploding beer and relatable, almost day-to-day things that happen that are just beautiful in their own little sense. Do you think you harnessed that alongside animals on the new project?
I mean, I think anytime you write, it's kind of like a summation of like your day-to-day experiences and you're trying to process those things. So, yeah, I mean, food is like, I don't know. I think yes, I think animals and food and everything that we have is like that's all we've got to write about. I don't know. What's that? What do people say? Anything someone writes about is about what's in front of them or something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah, we read the next record is going to be about Tom Kaw.
I was gonna say that, like, maybe we should make some Tom Cobb merch. I feel like that'd sell out real quick.
Yeah, just the soup.
You have to try this soup.
I need to try this soup.
You
Hey, what
haven't-
if you come to Atlanta and
Just
then
like
I try the soup?
moldy soup.
I've been eating some new soup, so honestly, I'm not much of a soup guy. So I think you may have just put me on.
I like split pea.
What?
Get into
That's my
soup.
favorite.
That's a terrible
I like split
soup.
pea.
It's a terrible soup.
What do you mean it's a terrible soup? It's opinion. I'm
Oh,
different
sorry,
than you.
the
It's okay,
trick
you know?
Dude, your opinion sucks, Wes.
Yeah, that's stupid. Dude.
Come on.
I like split pea soup, dude. Shut the fuck up.
Dude, why would you say?
You sing the band dynamic, like oxygen, little ham bits in there. It's
Well,
great.
actually, to be honest, I haven't had split pea soup.
You're not
Is
missing
chowder
much.
soup?
I
Is
like
chowder soup?
I like Eastern soups.
Interesting. Wait,
Yeah.
what is split pea soup? Like, I don't think I've ever seen that in real life. I feel like that's a dream. It's like fake.
Good. It's actually good. I'm not being facetious. I think it's you make it. You just make it from peas. I think it's just like pea mash or whatever. Yeah,
Yeah,
Andrew's
it's pea
cooking it
mash
up.
and
Pea mash.
chicken stock and
Pretty good.
It's so
little
good.
bits
And
of
like,
meat,
yeah, you put some ham in there,
It
like
was like you just
onions.
fucking destroyed this interview.
Yeah, I like Milford Grape.
yeah, no free graves.
No, this is great. I think this happens every single time I have a full band on, and I love it so much.
Yeah.
I
He has this documentary about him. It's called Full Mantis. It's about Milford
Milford
Grape.
Graves?
Yeah, have you seen this movie? Dude, it's like
No,
my favorite
but
movie
a
ever.
lot of people really like it. I've been meaning to
Really
watch
good.
it for a while.
He was like
Have
really
you seen
into
the
kung
documentary
fu.
about garlic?
No.
It's called Garlic. You should watch it.
The
It's really
documentary
good.
about sriracha. It's called Sriracha. Is it really a garlic documentary?
Yeah, it's great. It's like Agnes Varda. She does a great job.
Garlic.
I think the coolest thing
When
about
you're
garlic is the
talking
wild
about the
garlic.
Agnes Varda, yeah, that's like real. I thought you were just fucking around.
No, it's real. It's great. It's really well done.
Yeah. She's
Garlic is like a
cool.
revolutionary plant.
She's good. She's great.
The lifeblood of Spain.
Very cute haircut.
Yeah, great haircut. Icon.
Ooh, speaking of haircuts, Alex, would you ever consider getting like a mullet or something?
Oh no, I don't think so.
I love your hair. It's very menacing. But like you with the cowboy hat and everything, you need to go into your full Michael Gira like essence. You know what I mean?
Shut the fuck up.
You've been talking about cutting it off for a while. Now you really put the nail in that coffin, I think. I think it looks nice.
Dude, like I can't even grow my hair, and people are like, "Oh, you're referencing Michael Chirac." It's totally ridiculous. Thank you.
Okay, well, this interview has been like here and there and everywhere in between. I'm loving it. I hope you guys are too. I want to talk about your upcoming touring plans. I know that we've been, seeing you guys plan for France and Scotland and I'm assuming other countries than just those two. Are you looking forward to that? How do you think that's going to be? Just some prospects about the tour. Is this your first European tour?
Yeah, it's our.
Yeah, we
We'll let Wes talk. He hasn't
No,
said
no, no,
he
sorry,
hasn't said
come on.
anything. No, Wes, you
No,
got
come
come on.
on.
Come on,
Wes.
Wes.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's our first European tour, and we're stoked. It's gonna be fun. Um, yeah. Who's the band we're touring with again?
Alarm. Or I don't know
Alarm,
if that's how it's pronounced. Yeah.
alarm, man.
Ah,
Polish
okay.
man.
Yeah, so yeah, we're going on tour. It's gonna be like a month or so. Yeah, kind of all over the place. We're still kind of like finalizing some things, you know. But yeah, we're stoked. It's gonna be, a lot of time like spent together, like playing live and stuff. Yeah, it should be fun. And I mean, we haven't like toured the States really. Like we played in the Bay Area a couple days ago, but like that's been our only like out of town show. So, maybe we'll do a tour before then. I don't really know, but yeah, I guess it's like kind of a jump, just doing like one out of town show and then just like doing a European thing.
We have one more out of town show next month, but it's a secret.
Oh yeah.
Yes, we do.
So later.
Yeah, that one's gonna
Oh.
happen. Yeah, and none of our projects have ever made it to the East Coast successfully. Um, yeah, we've had a couple tours that just haven't happened in the past. So I think I'm personally kind of trying not to get too excited. I won't believe that it's happening until we're there, but I really am looking forward to it. And also, this iteration of the band is like incredibly fun to be around, and it's I'm looking forward to just like being with all these people
Yeah,
for
it's like even if we
a
don't like
journey.
You know, if we flop and we don't make any money and everyone hates us, it's chill because we just get to like travel Europe with our best friends, which is cool.
You could absolutely do worse,
Exactly.
and I'm looking forward to
Rock
that.
out, play rock music, rock and roll.
I think it's a beautiful sentiment. But you guys aren't gonna flop in. I mean, come on. With all this, with everything going on right now, I think the reception of the album has been pretty awesome, you know? All my friends are talking about it. High schoolers are talking about it, which is this beautiful thing because high schoolers don't talk about jack shit. Which is so whenever it makes it out and people start talking about it, that's when you know you've kind of made it. Even if it is still something pretty small. I think it's so cool that I can go to school and people are like, wait, that new project, I think I liked it. And then you get to spread it and everyone it's like it's almost like Scientology. Get to spread that, get to let everyone indulge.
Are you in high school?
I am yeah, I'm a freshman, ninth grade.
In high school?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Good for you.
Oh, thank you.
Ambitious.
Stay in school.
Yeah, yeah, finish that shit.
Of course. Well, I'm in the IB program and all the nerd stuff, so
Nice.
you won't see me leaving anytime soon.
No, you should like leave and start a rock band. It's actually, I think that would be
Come on, do it. It's fun.
Yeah.
fun.
Which way, Western man?
I mean, honestly, I found agriculture recently and they've blown my mind, similar to you guys. So I've started a black metal band and I've also started a post rock band. So we'll see which goes where, but it's so fun. I think if you guys want to talk about that, the even the thought of having a band is cool, but then getting with your friends and making music and improvising on the spot and finding a groove that sounds right is such a beautiful thing to do.
What do you play, Jay?
Well, I am a violinist by trade and a guitarist by heart. So,
Are you
which
in
are,
orchestra?
yeah, I've done Allstate a couple times. I'm pretty,
Oh yeah.
you know, in with violin and guitar came pretty easy. And it's cool to experiment on guitar using not normal techniques because I don't have any
Yeah.
technique. So,
Yeah, I have a similar background. I grew up doing orchestra, like that's how I learned how to play. And I know Andrew did like
Yeah, I was
band
in
and
band.
stuff.
I used to,
Yeah,
like classical percussion in
yeah,
high school.
definitely can relate, you know.
it's so
That
cool.
sounds fun. You'd enjoy that now because, like, once you get out of school, like, there's not a lot of opportunities to play in a big ensemble like that. Like I think it's very magical to play with like 60 people. Like you don't really get to do that unless you pursue that as a profession. But it's definitely a fun thing to do.
I
Yeah.
agree. Speaking of which, you guys would sound awesome with an orchestra. I can just imagine like a 60 piece King Gizzard style crowd in the stage. Or even there's a guy named Adrian Yunge, and he does like jazz. I remember he came to Atlanta with a 10-piece brass band on a like 100-person venue with a stage that was like smaller than a dinner table. So it's possible.